Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Flannery coming to you from room 222. If you are my course student, you probably have never been here, and that's okay. This is our first pre-algebra screencast, and I am on page 6 of the book. We're going to be working through our first lesson on order of operations, and we're going to be talking about numerical expressions and verbal phrases. So if you want to follow along as I work through this. So I am working from the online book. We're on lesson 1, 2 up here. We're on page 6. We have the vocab word numerical expression, which is any combination of numbers with operations. So the 4 main operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So we have a couple examples here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will go through a few. So when you're translating from a numerical expression, what you want to do is you want to identify key words in the expression that you can translate. So here it says the cost of 10 yo-yos if each yo-yo costs $3. So the first thing I see is that there are 10 of them. So we have 10 yo-yos, and each shows that I'm going to be multiplying. So 10 times 10 yo-yos each. How much are they? They're $3, so 10 times 3. Now, when you're just translating, you can just leave it at that. So 10 times 3, you could also write it as 10 parentheses 3. That's another way to show multiplication. You could do 10. Oh, looks like I'm having trouble with my mouse here. Let's write it up here. 10 dot. You guys remember the dot. 3. Okay. Skip down to 1C. All right, the numbers of students on 3 buses if each bus holds 22 students. Same basic principle. We have 3 buses, and each of the buses, that's multiplication, so 3 times how many students on each bus? There's 22. Okay, so 3 times 22 is the answer. All right, 1D, the amount of money Nina earned if she mowed the lawn for $15 and walked the dog for $4. Okay, so she mowed the lawn for $15. All right, so there's that. And she walked the dog for $4. Okay, so we have to figure out what operation goes between these two. All right, are we going to subtract these two numbers, add them, multiply, divide them? Right? She puts her money together, and she's going to add them, 15 plus 4. All right. So that is how we translate numerical expressions. Let's hop over to the next page. Oh, that's why it was having trouble, because I was getting too close to the edge there. All right, next up, we have the order of operations. One issue I have with this page here is there are only 3 steps. Unfortunately, the order of operations is 4 steps, and we're going to be making a flip grid and assignment on Friday, which you're welcome to go ahead and jump in after you see this screencast. There are 4 orders of operations. All right, the first one is to simplify the expressions inside the grouping and symbols. Grouping symbols are more commonly known as parentheses. Okay, so please. Sometimes we use the acronym PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses always come first. Anytime you see parentheses in an expression, you have to do what is inside them first. Okay, so always check parentheses. Next, what is missing? We're going to throw this in here. What is missing inside here? Step 1.5, okay, is exponents. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, so exponents, if you remember, when you have a number, so you have 5 squared, the exponent is the little number floating up top, and that tells you how many times to multiply 5 by itself. So 5 squared means you multiply 5 by itself 2 times, so 5 times 5. All right, so step 2, or in this case, step 1.5, it's in between step 1 and 2 because they skipped it for some reason, is exponents. Now, step 2, notice there are 2 operations in here. It's multiply and divide. Don't mind my terrible hand.